Now, there can be situations where you are trying to reach a person and the person is not in his place. There can be a situation where you are doing multitasking on your desk and you're not able to sit on your seat. Now, because of our responsibility of moving to different places, we are not found at our desk, and therefore we might not be contacted by the other person when it is required. So, it is better we leave some voice message, both as a receiver and as a sender. So, today in this video, we are going to learn all about that. Now, what is a voicemail and how voicemail can become an important and effective tool for your telephonic communication skills? Now, voicemail is a substitute to short memos and phone calls. It solves time zones difficulties. It reduces excess of inter-office paperwork. It is used for goodwill and positive messages. So, if I'm not able to receive a call on a particular day or a time, I may record a voicemail and leave it. So, whenever a person calls me, he will listen to that voicemail that I am not available on my seat, and he can call me in this particular time, or he can text me, or he can message me. I can put that message in the voicemail. So, this is very reassuring. This builds confidence. This gives an assurance to the other person that he will be heard after some time. Now, since we are thinking of paperless office, it is uh, not essential that every information should be passed through papers. Hence, the voicemail facility is a facility which can substitute short memos and short phone calls. At the same time, it can also solve the time zone difficulties. Some messages are very important, but at the same time, it is not possible to reach a person. It is better you leave it in the mailbox. It also reduces excess of paperwork that is being done. And since we all think of paperless office, it would be very good if we start using voicemail more effectively. So, voicemail is actually based on storage device. Since information can be digitized, all the incoming information can be digitized and stored. It can also be considered to provide a short of goodwill and positive message. So, in many organizations, you will find that they have some sort of automated attendant. So, when you call a bank, they will ask you to record your message or press several buttons so that you reach where you want to. You reach the person you want to speak to if it is a customer service agent. Now, this is a service of a voicemail. But one thing which lacks in voicemail is the feedback because it's one way communication. But still, it is very effective in place of not answering a person. So, if you're making use of voicemail, once again, it is very important to take your name clearly without wasting much time because uh, it's a substitute to a short memo. Please do mention the point of your message, and because the other person uh, might not have a lot of time, he may contact you at a time when you are available. So it's better to provide your number as well as the time and date when you will be available. So this is the objective of a voicemail. It is short, simple, crisp, less costly, and it can have a very good impact on your business and overall communication. Now let's talk about cellular phones. Now we all know to use a cell phone. In fact, we know everything how to go about a cell phone, but we do not think about certain basic etiquettes. I'll give some examples and I'll then elaborate on that. Now, we should avoid using cell phones in a meeting or a crowded place. We should send a message in case we are not able to take a call. We need to take care or to turn off our mobile during conference, seminars, interview rooms. I'll tell you why. Now, people have forgotten the basic cordialities, a cordial relationship at times, and you may be bombarded with fake calls at odd hours. It actually becomes more than essential rather to maintain a sort of dignity while you are calling somebody, because you do not know the numbers overlap sometimes, and nowadays the callers being tempted by the cell phone sometimes while they're dialing numbers, they dial the wrong numbers and irritate the person who was actually not meant for the call. But still, it is quite compulsory for you to maintain certain etiquettes. It may be a missed call or a wrong call, anything, but you should never lose your temper while you're receiving a call. So while you're using your phone, do you take care that you will speak in low tone? Why are you speaking in such loud tone to make others awake and to make them feel distracted? Now, you might have experienced this many a times while you're traveling in a bus or a train. Sometimes people start talking as if they are the only people in the bus or the train. They disturb the entire journey of the other people. They talk so loudly that everything can be heard, which not only is stupidity on their behalf, but also imagine the condition of the person who's trying to take a nap, a sleep. So why cannot we switch off our mobile phones? Why every now and then we are being announced, please switch off your cell phones or keep it on silent mode? Now, sometimes when you feel that some call is very urgent and you are not able to take, please send a message. Many phones have facility of this. They have actually certain one-liners in a theater, in a cinema. I'm in a meeting. I'll give you a call. You can just swipe it, and the message will be delivered to the person. It's better not to take a call when you are surrounded by several people. It's always better to text the person that you will call him back after some time. You can also turn off your cell phone if you are in a conference. It becomes very embarrassing when a speaker is giving a talk and suddenly the phone rings. Imagine if you were the speaker. So it's better not to talk when a signal is poor. Avoid multitasking while you are over the phone. Avoid yelling over the phone. Be polite and professional in low modulated voice. So it's better not to talk when there are poor signals and when we have seen many people doing multitasking at the same time. Sometimes when there is poor signal and when you're not able to hear the other person, there is no point in yelling and shouting. That is the time when you can cut the call and try the call after some time. Uh, all cell phone speaks, you should always speak in low tone. That's the courtesy which should come from you and from within. Do not call people at odd hours unless and until it becomes very urgent. Of course, when things are bad, you will have to call, but please do remember that you should try to stop yourself from making calls at odd hours. Hence, try to be polite as you can and be professional by speaking in low modulated voice. Apart from cell phones, there are also other facilities, other electronic facilities which you can make proper use of. And that facility is called teleconferencing. So, what is teleconferencing? Let me give you a brief of teleconferencing. Meeting conducted by use of telephones or cell phones without requiring the person to be physically present. It requires a facilitator or a party leader to lead the meeting. It is useful for companies spread geographically in various countries where physical presence of participants is difficult. It is an alternative to face meetings. So teleconferencing is again a telephonic meeting with more than two people. And since it is not possible because of people to have uh, presence everywhere every time, teleconferencing can be a very good alternative. So it can allow with people with phones to connect to other person and have discussion. What is required is a leader or a facilitator who can coordinate this teleconference. They can connect people and have discussion through teleconferences. Obviously, it will not be as efficient as face-to-face meeting, but it is quite efficient when it comes to getting the work done. Teleconferencing can be both audio conferencing as well as video conferencing. As I said earlier, there is not much time and not much scope for orientation, and sometimes because of poor signal, the aim of teleconferencing can be defeated. Hence, try to see that everything is right while you are making a teleconference. Now, let's talk about video conferencing. In video conferencing, it is not only the audio but also the video. With the help of audio and video, the communication appears to be more face to face. It's a major tool of business and management, communication between individuals or groups separated by distance, use of microphone and camera for every participant. So it is emerging as a major tool of business as well as management. There are various types of video conferences, and you must have experienced one of them in your offices as well. So because of shortage of time and because of journey travel time, people at times have also taken and given interviews on Skype. And the best example of video conferencing is on news channels when the anchors connects several people at different location at the same time. You will see boxes appearing on your TV screen. Of course, it may be costly at times, but then it is easier because it does not have the rigors of travel and you cannot go to meet every individual and make discussions. Hence, it has become very common in the organizations to communicate through video conference. They're investing a lot so that they can have video conference and save time, energy, and at the same time save people from traveling to various places. So while you go for a video conference, there are certain things which you should remember and keep into consideration. You should check your microphone and ensure the clarity of your voice. You should introduce yourself, control your body movements, avoid parallel whispers, look at the camera. Most of the times while we are doing video conference, we don't even recognize that our microphones are not working properly. And that is what we need to ensure. If you're a part of video conference, please see that you have it introduced yourself, tell your name and your affiliation as well. You should also tell your position in the organization. Now, people can see your body movements because it's a video audio facility. See that you are controlled in terms of body movements. It's always better you maintain proper decorum by avoiding parallel whispers or parallel talks because it does have an impact on the video and audio quality. You should also continuously look at the camera to ensure that you have the right attention and focus for that videos. So I hope this video would have given you a lot of valuable information on video conferencing. Thank you. And communication skills.